Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream here on twitch.tv/Asuma, where we have a whole bunch of bananas in chat. We've got Asuma's dad in chat today. Nice to see you again. Ollie95XZ, we've got Tree, Morgan Corn is here, Mitch UK 2001, High Spec, Nick Plays 1995, Mike Kelly, Zontro, Bertie J 373, hello it's Julia, Murray Ackle, and Morgan Corn again. Ankle Patrick, thank you for the bananas, everyone. Appreciate you. Hope you're down for a good stream today, because I haven't streamed, it feels like, in a while. I just feel a little bit rusty. Plus, plans have changed. Today I was supposed to do a dual stream with Ren. So I'm basically going to do what I would have been doing with Ren, but by myself, which is working on the base we've got going on at the moment. And immediately we have a resubscribe for 3 months in a row from Tree saying, I'm extremely busy, but I am happy I can finally catch one of your live streams. Well, that is awesome. Welcome back to another stream, my friend. Also, I see Mayschool in chat. Hey, buddy. I was at your base the other day, having a nosy, looking around. That spot is really epic up on those hills. We got to chuck away some clay, because I have... Ooh, that wasn't clay, was it? Watch out for that red sand. That stuff's valuable and rare, man. We got to put that away safely. There we go. Ask... Thanks for the kind message, buddy. Don't even worry about it. Also, you probably shouldn't be saying what age you are in Twitch chat, as it is 13 and up, I believe. Or possibly even older than that. I can't remember. Dem's the rules, apparently. We also got another resubscribe for 19 months in a row from Fulks23 saying, sorry, I haven't been around much. University has been the death of me. Hey, Fulks, don't even worry about it. If you're here today, that's cool. If you're not tomorrow, don't sweat it. I haven't been streaming much myself lately. Well, it doesn't... I say that, but it's not quite right. I've missed a few, and I'm going to miss one again on Friday. And so it's been a bit all over the place. Man, this is the beginning of every live stream, isn't it? Putting stuff in chests. It feels like I've run out of space for all of this redonkulous clay that I have. I think I might take some of the blaze rods out, because there is a lot of them about. Except now I can't see any blaze rods. Well then, these ones, there we go, that's the way. Okay, that's all the clay away. So, keeping up with the resubscribes, we have 15 months in a row from Asuma's dad. Thank you for resubscribing as always. I got some good news with the subscribing and all of that stuff, but we'll get to that in a second, because Sniper1974 is also resubscribing for 7 months in a row, saying keep up the amazing work. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Oh, it looks like I missed a little bit. And we got another resubscribe 5 months in a row from JG424 saying Manamana. Manamana. Whatever that means, it's cool by me. I'm just going to throw that away. Let's pretend that never happened. Beacon probably... Goodness me, there's just... This ender chest is just always full of stuff lately. Well, those can go in there then. Hermit graves. For now, we'll go... Actually, it would go in the attic. Would be the proper place to put it. Food Panic says, do you like dank memes? Memes are old. Memes to me are old people things. Like, memes were around when I was, 10 years ago or whatever. Memes were a thing. I find it funny that they're still, like, a big deal, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's definitely a memento, isn't it? We'll put it in there. And we got a donation here, noise in the ear, from Amdi1609 saying, hey, enjoying your stream and speed solving some Rubik's Cubes. Can you solve one? No, I cannot. I get asked that a lot. I think people that do Rubik's Cubes are really into them. I can't solve. I don't think I've ever solved one legitimately. When I was a kid, I peeled off all the coloured labels and put them back together, so it like was solved, which was really cheaty. Let's chuck sticks in there. I mean, we're really nitpicking now. Grass is something I'm actually going to need, and dirt would be another one. I think we'll probably want some coarse dirt. Let's think about the materials that we're going to need. A lot of things are going to be in the location already. I don't want to go with podzol. Coarse dirt is welcome. And as well as that, we'll also need some stuff from this chest. So we're doing a garden. That means we're going to want to bring some of these with us, and we can bone meal them. Some poppies maybe. And there's not a lot of other options here really. There you go, some dandelions. So we'll need some bone meal. We should probably take some Actually, no, we don't really need that because we can get that with a bone meal. Alright then. Some bones. I don't know what else we're going to need to do, Flowers. We'll probably take many trips back and forth. Your everyday Twitch says, X, look at your stream video title on YouTube. I'm streaming right now, so whatever I've done, we'll have to leave it. And Master Sock says, X, your title says Season 6, not 4. Well, these things happen. We got a resubscribe for 7 months in a row from Meganova saying, sorry, haven't watched your videos or streams for a while. Sometimes I lose interest due to other interests, but I always gain it again, and I'm reminded of how much I like your videos, X. You're amazing. Thank you for the lovely message, buddy. And it's quite alright. I understand, man. I understand if you get interested in other things. There's a lot of stuff in this world. You don't need to watch the same thing over and over again. Unless it's me. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Let's throw an ender pearl over here. So we're going to be working on this place. And I was supposed to be doing this with Ren, so I feel a little bit like thrown off. Like what? Like where are we at? What are we doing? Who's making decisions? To be fair, I make a lot of decisions when we play together anyway, so I'm sure Ren will be cool with it. So we've got another new subscriber here. It is A2597. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate the support. Also, Defense041 has resubscribed for 9 months in a row, and Bonkady has resubscribed for 2 months in a row, saying, I wish everything was modded now. Do you know what? I like vanilla. I like going back and forth between the two. Right, so the first thing I think we need to do is get rid of this. Actually, there's going to be a wall here. Hi. Hi, die. Yeah. There's going to be a wall here, and we're going to have another building, which will be... I think it's supposed to be a little bit slimmer. No, it's going to be the same width. So there will be hardened clay and granite in this area. We're going to go chuck some down as a sort of reminder. In fact, we could kind of build a little bit of it, to be fair, right now. There's no reason not to that I can think of. We can get the base going. Right, so we've read out our resubscribes, and I hope you're all enjoying the chat. I do want to read chat a lot, you know, but I get horribly distracted when I'm trying to get set up and get things going, so I'm going to focus on doing what we're doing here. The plan for this stream is this area right here, and also I've got a couple of things to talk about. So let's first of all say thank you to KC6894 for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you ever so much. And speaking of subscribers, I've got some really good news, and that is that we have hit the next subscriber milestone. Now, I don't think we'll ever hit the one after that because the numbers get bigger each time. But I want to say a massive thank you to all of you who have subscribed. I'm quite aware that some people feel like a little bit sad that they can't do that for whatever reason. You know, never feel guilty about that stuff. It is quite alright. It's nice though to hit these things, and we've hit another one. We hit another milestone. So I've now got 5 new emotes, 2 of them already made. So next live stream that we do, which will be Sunday, I believe, there will be, for all the subscribers, a new emoticon to use in chat, and then I will try and get another 3 commissioned, and then we'll take it from there. But it'll be very, very cool. Ah, there's no normal stone here. I think what we'll do now, is there any fuel? Yeah, there's an immense amount of fuel right here. Let's just take that much for now. Let's plop that down on the ground. Excellent. Right, we'll get some smooth stone going here. Don't you worry about it. So that was the first thing that I wanted to say before we get into it. The second thing was that I went to a gig the other day. So I was away from Twitch for a little bit. Had to miss a live stream, and it's quite funny really because I was ill. I believe I've been ill for a while, and I think I might still be ill. I keep getting headaches. I feel a bit worn out under the weather, and a couple of days I've like taken a kip midday to get me through. And I'm thinking there's something wrong with me, and I don't know what it is. And my theory is that when you're healthy, as I try to be as healthy as I can, those kind of things aren't going to get to you as much, being a little bit under the weather. So it could be that I have the flu or something, but it's not that terrible because I don't have to be outside or moving around all day. Like, I can sit on this chair for ages at the computer, which if you've got the flu and you're not in bed, you're probably going to sit yourself down in front of the telly or computer and do something, right? So I can't help but feel that maybe I'm actually ill and not really getting over it, which is kind of strange. So anyway, on the day of this gig, my friends had offered me a ticket to go see Enter Shikari and Bring Me the Horizon, which was, I was just straight, like, I didn't even need to think. I was like, I'm there. Like, you know, I'll be there, like the Michael Jackson song. And oh yeah, where are we going to put this bit? And so on the day, I was starting to get ill, and I was umming and ahhing about going. Will I be up for it? I don't want to, you know, miss this one. And I had a kip, right? I thought, I'm not feeling good. I went for a walk first of all, didn't feel better. Decided to have a kip, and when I woke up, aha, this is what we probably need: a little bit of stone brick, then the wall like that. When I woke up in a cold sweat, and it was disgusting, like a lot of sweat. My body had shivered crazily, and and I had to ring my mate and go, oh, I can't make it. Like, I'm sorry, but I won't be there. And I just felt so much worse that I wasn't going, and then I couldn't sleep again. And then it got to the point where I was just like, look, if I don't go, I'm going to feel so terrible about this. So so I got myself up, started moving around, started to feel a little bit better, and I dragged myself all the way into London. I got a sandwich, I got a coffee to perk me up, and I watched the show, sick as a dog, and I absolutely loved it. I had a really great time. Enter Shikari are like a local band that we saw play at our like high schools, Americanized. Oh, that's actually going to be a bit close. I think actually we don't need the stone bricks here. So I saw Enter Shikari play at like my local school when I was growing up, and now like all these years later we're watching them play at the O2, which is just crazy. And another band I saw all the way back in the day was Bring Me the Horizon when they only had their first EP out, which, if any of you know the difference between their new stuff and their old stuff, I'm a huge fan of that first EP, but never been a massive fan of anything else. Their new record though is sublime, and watching them play it was absolutely terrific. They played a lot of songs off of that record, so I had a really good night. And I just wanted to tell you all about it. That's why I wasn't there the other stream. So if I hadn't have gone to that gig, I wouldn't have streamed anyway, I think is the story I'm trying to tell, because I was so out of it. And to be fair, even right now, I still just don't feel 100%. And I went for a run earlier, which really like perked me up. So that kind of helped a little bit, but I am starting to feel quite tired again. It's just frustrating. I want to feel 100% all the time, you know. Right, so I've said my two little things, and now I'm going to say to Dan the Man 1999, thank you for subscribing, appreciate the support, and also Spaceman Mark is back, resubscribing for 6 months in a row, half a year, saying space, yes, space indeed, the final frontier. Oh, I could watch some of that right now. Oh, some people know what I'm referring to. Right, so let's go to chat. Let's see. Drop Dead Gem says, I didn't even know Enter Shikari still existed, lol. Yeah, they've gone from strength to strength. When I was watching them as a young'un, I think we were all sort of very aware that this band like really had something special for a local band, and that they really, like, it really gave you that feeling like you're going to be watching these guys on a big stage one day, even when they were a small little band. And it came true. It really did came true, and I'm ever so happy for them. This is going to be too close to that building. I think we need a gap of 4 here. Glad I spotted that, actually. Let's start building it again a little bit further over. I was talking to Ren about these windows and saying we should probably change it because it's going to be a window into a wall. X, you really need a G's emote, says I Love Cats. I'll tell you what, get your thumbs moving. Get on Twitter right now and tweet suggestions for things that should be emote. I think G's is definitely a strong contender for a new emote, as I'm going to try and get some more commissioned. We should definitely get some suggestions. So roll onto my Twitter and tweet me stuff if you want to suggest something, because I'm going to send off an email later today and see if we can get some more made. So I'll read through Twitter later on after we've streamed, because I won't remember any of the ones here. At Yop Sis says, did you watch the documentary Before the Flood? I did watch Before the Flood, and it was very inspiring. However, I feel like I don't really want to talk about that right now. It's something I really want to talk about a lot. You know, none of what was in that was news to me, but it was like bringing it back up again. Every now and then you need a slap across the face, and you need a dose of reality. And it's inspired me a lot, but it's something that I'm not like ready to talk about yet because I've got some plans or ideas and just wanted to like really think it through before I start doing anything. Also, May School says, saw Bring Me the Horizon first time 10 years ago, and like usual, Ollie's voice was gone. I saw him pretty much 10 years ago in a little tent at Download Festival, and I was there for a different band. I had never heard of like the whole deathcore thing yet, and I saw them play and it blew me away. I was like, this is mental. And also, I think the crowd, like being surrounded by a different crowd, was also really interesting. And yes, Ollie's voice went. It completely went towards the ends. I noticed, I started to watch him, I noticed he wasn't singing some of the lines and they had a backing track on for him. And there's some singers like that. I can't really quite think of another one right now. I think Chino of Deftones had some problems with it a few years ago, where you go and see him live and you could see that they were really struggling with their voice and that they needed like help or like they had a backup singer or something. There's definitely a couple of others like that that you go watch them and you know there's a possibility they might be struggling that day. And we got a resubscribe for 7 months in a row from Amplifier96. Thank you for resubscribing. And also Gamer Chick for 4 months in a row, saying, wow, 4 months. Time flies when you're having fun. Thanks for being so dedicated and putting out great content. Having a fantastic attitude and here to many more months to come. Also, the Warp Core Ambience. Yes, thank you for the lovely message. Appreciate it. The Warp Core Ambience. So, if any of you like noise to help you sleep, look up ambient drones on YouTube. One of the ones you can get is the sound of the Starship Enterprise, the hum of the engines, and it's really, really nice and soothing. And yeah, that happened to Chino from Deftones, says DizCam. Yes, it did. Gamer Chick, thank you for the resubscribe as always. Yeah, it probably happens to him from time. Probably happens to a lot of them, right? But Corey Taylor, that's the other one. When you go see Slipknot, there's a good chance that Corey will be having an off day. I've noticed he's really struggled to like keep his voice going, and it's like a tough thing to do. I'm not criticizing anyone here. It's just something you notice. Like if you're into music, you start to notice when particular vocalists struggle, and because you see them like often. Okay, yeah, Corey Taylor was the other one I was thinking of. Camo says, I love your fix to the AFK fish farm. You sounded so low. Yeah, well, the idea there was that the video was only going to be very, very short. And I figured, I'd just have fun with that. So one of my ideas was to go, you know, hello everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. We're going to be doing a fishing farm fix today and blah, blah, blah. You place this here, place that there, and bam, it's fixed. Thanks for watching, see you later. Like a sort of 20-second video. And then I thought, do I want to do that or do I want to do something different? And boring voice. And I was joking about doing it with Ren, and Ren said that I should do it. So I did. I did the boring voice again. And threw in a couple of jokes with it. And for the most part, I think people really liked it. And there was also a fair amount of people that were really confused as well, which is always funny. We got a tea reminder from Camo J. Really appreciate that. We are 18 minutes in, which means it's probably perfect time. I don't have a tea today. What I have is a honey and lemon, because as I said, I've been ill. So some sugar, give me some energy, and help my throat a little bit. Delicious. Oh, that's lovely. Ender Derek says the Slipknot singer is on the new Korn album. Yeah, he is. Corey's on the Serenity of Suffering, and for anyone here who's a Korn fan, like especially their early stuff, which when you say that, you generally mean, I don't think anyone's really a fan of like stuff they put out over the last 10 years, but it's definitely a return to form. If you haven't heard that and you like that band, go check out the latest record. It is awesome. X, have you heard A Bullet for My Valentine, and can you recommend similar bands? Says Ismio. My head right now is not in a a naming band space, although it might come to me. But yeah, I like Bullet. I know bands that are similar. I've seen Bullet for My Valentine countless times as well. Asuma Banana says, did you make Diamond Defender? I did. You can play that on Minecraft Realms, right? I think, unless it's out of date now. Pretty sure you can still play it on there, hopefully. Right, so this courtyard that we have here is going to extend. I think we should build a little bit more of this, although Ren did make like a step down thing, which I think was going to go over here, and it probably would have been 4 blocks wide. So I think we'll extend this out by just 3 blocks. And what we start off by doing is putting a few random blocks in place for the gravel. And we want to go all the way over to this side over here. Twisted Monkey says, do you like drum and bass, X? Yeah, I love drum and bass music. Drum and bass to me is one of those ones where it's as I go to say it though, it's kind of the same with all music. Like it can sometimes just feel and sound so different to what someone else might call it or think it is. The stuff that I like is the early 90s drum and bass, I think, like LGT Bookham? I can't remember what the initials are. That sort of sound of drum and bass, which is, to me, it sounds very like peaceful in a strange way, because they contrast the what's called the something loop. Oh, the Amen loop, the Amen brother loop. So, there's a little bit of musical history for you. There's this drum loop called the Amen loop. So it's just from a record by the Amen brothers, this one little bit in a song where they have like a breakdown where it's just drums, and that has like been a massive influence on the world of music. It's been used a lot in hip hop, and it gets used massively in early 90s electronic music. Like every techno, drum and bass, rave song have all got this same loop just being played at different tempos and like chopped up, and yeah, you hear that on these records. But they juxtapose it with really nice and peaceful like ambient sounds, and so you got this like high whirling drums while you got these nice sort of lush calm sounds alongside them, and I really like the way that sounds. That's the sort of drum and bass that I like. So one of the things I wanted to do over here was build a flower bed area, and I feel like this bit here is what should get the trim, so we should chop away at all of this. And then what we can do, actually I might go one block further, because we can hold this up with some wooden logs, which I love doing. I don't know why, but whenever you like have a flat wall like this, I love the opportunity to put some wooden logs in there. The Black Ranger says, if you like D&B, you have to check out Pendulum. Yep, I'm fully aware of Pendulum, seen them live like 3 or 4 times. They're a really cool band. I saw them cover Master of Puppets, which was really, really fun. I've seen them actually cover that a couple of times, but yeah, it's cool. Stux Visors says, hey X, this week has been some emotional stuff happening in my family. Thanks for cheering me up with your videos and streams. No problem at all, buddy. I'm glad you've been cheered up. I'm sorry to hear you've had a rough week. I wish you all the best. Hi JD on Twitch says, yeah, that's right. They also use it in hip hop. That's where it started, music. Yes, if you listen to Straight Outta Compton, I believe it is the Amen loop slowed all the way down. And it gets used a lot. It's not used quite as much to my ears in hip-hop, although it depends like what era we're talking about, because hip-hop's got quite a long lineage to it now. Jiffy21 says, X, you into pentatonics? The way you've written it makes it sound like a band name, as opposed to the musical scale. Hey X, what's your hairstyle? Says Mario TRGR. I don't really have a hairstyle. I've never been one for hairstyles. I used to just shave it all off. It was more convenient. So I feel like if we push that wall any further back, it will probably lose its... I don't know. It would just wouldn't look right. I was looking for a word there, and I didn't think there actually was one. So what we'll probably do is put some beams of wood going across and then up as well. There are 2 types of wood available in Ren's chest, so we'll go pinch some. Twisted Monkey says 90s D&B is jungle. Well, jungle is part of that, electronic music scene. Like, it's part of the web of different styles. Like drum and bass is one, jungle is another, but they do sound very similar and overlap. Like you got rave and trip hop. Halo 2 Freak says, X, what happens when I get charged for a resub while you're not streaming? I've watched the streams on the second channel, but after I've been charged, hopping to pop it back to the beginning, but never seems to. Not really sure I understand what you're asking, nor do I think I would have an answer for you. I'm sorry, I don't quite get what you're saying in the message, nor do I think if it's something to do with subscribing. I don't know. I don't really know too much about it. Jerry Carrot says, X, you could replace the pumpkins from Mumbo's prank with mini guardians, and the one in the middle could be the elder guardian looking up. Hope you like this idea. I love the idea for the one in the middle, but that's the one thing that I wouldn't change because we've got that glorious pattern down there. I wanted to do I knew that was going to be tough. There are obstacles everywhere. There are obstacles everywhere. I wanted to do Guardians, but I messed around with it today and it just didn't look right to me. I think the size of the ones Mumbo built didn't work, so what I'm going to do is... okay, yeah, that'll do. Is I'm going to try it with... Aha, this is what I was looking for. Dark oak. Spruce. Spruce wood. Let's take some dark oak there as well. And actually the gravel... I've got an idea forming in my head. Yes, I do. Yes, I tried the Guardians at the same shape as Mumbo's pumpkin heads, and it just didn't quite look right. If he had made them a tiny bit smaller, it probably would have looked okay. I can make them smaller myself, but I'm thinking I'll probably end up making some square ones to go there. Oh, I was just thinking I'm going to use that axe in a minute. I have to use it immediately. Right, they'll probably be temporary. Right, and it's time for another sip of my drink as well. Swiss Piplup says X Pentatonics is the name of an a cappella band. I do not believe I've heard them then. Yellow Harold says X, are you aware that 6/16 of the albums you've rated 10 out of 10 on your blog are Norwegian? That makes no surprise to me since I'm a massive fan of Norwegian black metal. So that makes a lot of sense that many would be from Norway, would it not? It's David Real says just resubbed. Thanks for resubbing, bud. It hasn't popped up on my screen yet, but I'm sure it will soon. Right, what we're going to do here is get rid of that crafting bench, which is probably one of the many ones I've made. I think we're going to go down like this, and then one block again, or maybe 2 blocks so it staggers a little bit. That might actually look cool, or maybe not. We'll try and make it work. And then here is where I want us to have our holding back the landscape, which is going to be spruce. So we're going to have one there. And how far out will it come actually? I think the garden area can go all the way up to the side here, so ignore that, that's not really important. We'll go as far as... yeah, we'll go 1 block further. And maybe we'll change that based on however many blocks, you know, things are spaced out by. There is a resubscribe for 5 months in a row from Lil Conboy. Thank you for resubscribing, my friend. I hope you enjoy today's stream and have a good time. How do you level up that fast, says Super Benjo? Well, I haven't done it fast. It's taken a lot of time to get this many levels. We do it with our gold farm, though. Carcarus111 says, love your streams at Can't Sub. Like I said earlier, don't even worry about that. No need for a sad face there. Thanks for coming along and watching. Oh my god! Bam! Right in your face. And again, right in your face. Jeez. Stun22 says, X, do you think Diorite and Andesite should get a rework? Yep, I do believe they should. Granite, now that we've seen this, is probably a little bit more favourable, but I think those textures are poor. I don't particularly like them. They're not great for building. I think Mojang need to play their own game more. They need to take a month to like play Minecraft on this level, because this is how a lot of people play now. It's not 2011. People got smarter playing Minecraft. They got real smart, and then some of the textures started to look real ugly because of that. Once you realise how to build better, some things in the game just look pretty disgusting. Right, we're not going to use those or them. Some of you in chat asking about the music we're listening to. We are listening to the new Lord Leviticus record, which I think is a terrific record. It's got a very like hot vibe to it. Like whenever I listen to it, with exception to this song, the organ solo, it gives me a very like tropical, heated vibe. Like you could listen to it in a desert or something. Velociraptor says, I really like the part in your fish farm video where you said you were using the fence post because you can't tell me what to do. Yeah, that's right. That's the only reason I used it. It's because I'm a rebel. And I got some tea reminders in chat as well. I feel like the heat of my drink has dropped rather quickly. Nick Plays 1995 says, did X just roast Mojang? Let's not call it roasting. I'm not trying to annihilate someone or whatever. I was just saying, like, they live streamed them playing a while back, and it's like, it's painfully obvious that they don't get to play the game enough, which I think if you're going to have a game, I don't know, this is the way I'd see it. Like, if I were running a game, I would want my developers to be good at that game and understand the people that play it. And I think for the most part, they do understand the people that play it, but they don't seem to be terribly good at their own game. I'm actually going to bring this all the way out to the edge of this building. I think that would just look nicer in general. Yeah, I don't think they're terribly good at playing the game. You know, you wouldn't get a screenshot from Jeb on Twitter, right? Oh, I've been testing around with this new feature. Like, in the background, there'll be stuff like this. And not everyone plays like this, it's true, but people strive to play like this. People strive to build good builds and things that look interesting. And with textures like granite and diorite, you can't really do that, is the truth. You can't really make things that look that great. Unless you're Slipgator, actually, because Slipgator built a whole like thing out of bird poop, and it looked pretty amazing, didn't he? Let's chuck these in. I think matching wood's there. In fact, I think like dark oak would probably just be the better one, not spruce. I like dark oak a bit more than spruce. Right, I think we're going to leave gaps of 3. And then a gap of 3 there. Actually means it lines up, which will probably be good in the long run. Man, I can hear those zombies just rasping away in there. Calm down, fellas. Velociraptor says, X, please don't invite me to Hermitcraft. I won't do that then. As I was reading your message, I think I'll do whatever they say. So I won't do that. Green Sleeves says, invite Jeb to Hermitcraft. Fun fact for you, we used to have some Moyanksters on the server. Dinnerbone and Mark, who was then called Night Enforcer. Dinnerbone and Mark were actually on Hermitcraft back in Season 1. 5 years ago, pretty much. Ed Network says it's clear Mojang do not play their own game. I've seen Jeb play and clear they do really noob stuff. For someone who codes the game, they should be better. Yeah, that's the point, isn't it? They play like someone who's, you know, new to the game, and like that's not a terrible thing. Maybe, you know, sometimes maybe you need that sort of insight into the game for new people playing. But this game's really old, and they've been like developing it for a long time. And yeah, like you said, they'll do things that, you know, people who get to play the game a lot don't do, and it's like a sign. A sign is what it is. Right, we're going to rip up this spruce that I put in. Mine J Craft says cheesecake. Cheesecake, everyone. We got a new subscriber here. Connor Rose has subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate your support. I hope you enjoy today's stream. Let's see. Ty Mix says, what's your favourite film or film category? I've seen so many good movies that it always feels unfair to list some out. My favourite movies... I really need to make this into a list now, don't I? I really do need to. Dead Poets Society is one of my all-time favourites. American History X. For some reason, Space Odyssey 2001 popped into my head then. But those first two... I like movies... I've said this before. I like movies that, like, tear your heart out, you know? Like, they really make you feel and think. Like, if you're not walking away from it feeling a little bit shattered, it couldn't have been a good movie. I like you see, if I call it drama, I think drama isn't quite what people think it is. Like, it's not like drama like people bickering at each other. It's drama as in it's about people. It's about the struggles and the emotions that they go through. I like that sort of stuff. I like character development and like seeing someone go through you know, like trials or go through something as a character, like start in one place and end up somewhere else. That's generally what I look for in a show or a movie. X, do you plan on... Yes, I do plan on making a new friend. Jeez, I didn't quite finish reading the rest of that message, but yes, I plan on making a new friend, and we've just made one, actually. This guy needs a name. Where is the Dark Oak? Maybe that can be his name. Where's the Dark Oak, man? Where is it? He's looking in the chests with us, yep. You have a little look in there, my friends. Did you find anything? I found some Dark Oak, man. I found some Dark Oak. Do you want some? Or you got some rotted flesh. You good with that rotted flesh, mate? Right, okay, let's get out of here. Oh, let's go. Oi! Let's go this way then, buddy. X, save the drama for yo mama, says Little Convoy. Hilarious. You coming all the way up here to help us do some building? Seriously. What a sport, man. He's coming along to help out do some building now. Or is he? Or is he? He's attacking me. What's he doing? Get out of it, you. Jeez. Drama about life, says Hi JD on Twitch. Yes, that's the way I'd describe drama, but judging from people's reactions to if you say I like drama movies, I get the impression it's more like they think of like bickering like EastEnders or Coronation Street, which soaps. I can't stand that stuff. That's really not my cup of tea. Hey X, what is with this creepy music? It's not creepy. Quite like it. It's Mediterranean. That's the word that I've been looking for this music. It's got a bit of a Mediterranean feel about it. Just feels like it's music for a hot climate. Right, so in here I was thinking we could put something like that at the top, but I feel, or maybe all the way across like that. Actually, yeah, I feel like that works quite well. We'll do that then. We got a resubscribe for 8 months in a row from Eldons. Thank you for resubscribing, buddy. Appreciate the support. Siren is a cat, says Grum didn't even know what redstone dust was when he joined Mojang. It got Sefling to teach him the basics, and I doubt he learned anything. That's more of a story of someone joining the development of the game and going, I must learn about things in the game, and then asking someone with a reputation at being good at it for help. That's a positive thing in my eyes. That's a very smart move. I don't know why that would be something to criticise them for. Alan Animal with a banana there. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Epic Boy says, X, where did you get your name? I made it up. It came out of my brain space. That's where it came from. The brain named itself, peeps. Never forget. Never forget. That little sucker named itself. Let's swap those around. Fill in that gap. Right, now I think what we'll do is put trapped... Actually, I'm going to put those there just to make that look a little nicer. We're going to put some trapdoors on the front of that. There's also room here for a light source, is there not? Or maybe we'll put the light source in the wall. I need some glowstone now, don't I? Sir Pantsoft says, I don't hear any music. It's probably because it's quite quiet. If you have me up loud, you'll probably hear it under there subtly. If I'm not so loud, then it'll probably... You've probably got it quiet enough where it's really not going to come through. Right, so we now need to go get some glowstone. The brain is the only thing in the entire universe that named itself, says Halo 2 Freak. That's possibly not true. That we know of, you could say. Like, who's to say there aren't other organisms like brains out there? I mean, you would probably call them a brain if they did something similar, but there might be things out there that are conscious, or, you know. Chalky says, wow, Hermitcraft Season 6, why does it look so much like Season 4? Because we love playing on this server and we decided to rebuild Season 4, that's why. Not anonymous anymore, says narcissistic universe created humans to observe itself. That's kind of brilliant. I like it. Delicious, delicious lemon and honey. I think they are not bad at the game. They play the game and use features as they are intended. And you, as a mostly redstoner and Scar as a builder, found ways to use some feature/bugs differently as they intended for the developers who don't know the way of using feature/bugs. I really disagree with that. Firstly, because if you look at how Scar plays, he's not a technical person or uses bug exploits. It's almost fascinating that you chose Scar of all people, because Scar is a really talented builder and landscaper. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, someone like him who's really good at the game, to me it should be like, the things that he builds are beautiful, and what would be great is if Mojang saw someone like him and went, how can we make it easier for people to do this in our game? How can we enable them to become better builders? You know, by providing them with better textures or better tools, or, you know, a more streamlined game experience. Like, that's the way I come at it. And for myself, I do some technical stuff where I exploit bugs and features, but again, it's about like, you know, I don't do that 24/7, do I? Like, is the base that I built over there a bug exploit or a technical feature? No, there's tons of stuff in here that's perfectly you know, acceptable, surely. Like, they can't say, oh, you're not gonna build big buildings, you must build cobblestone houses. It's not the case. Not the case at all. Let's chuck those in there. So that provides a little bit of light, but it will mostly be hidden. Probably should have put that one block down so the light would have stretched out further, but whatever. Jeez, it's a bit laggy and choppy around here, isn't it? Oh yeah, we want to craft. I forgot what we were doing for a second there. Let's use... Oh, don't tell me I put the spruce in the other one. Yeah, let's use up spruce because we're running a little low on dark oak, and it's slightly more expensive. Well, it is because we've got the tree farm. 20, will that be enough? Probably not. No, my luck. So let's go for a little bit more. Excuse me. 28, that should do it. How is this inventory full again so quick? So I move around for a second and oh, your inventory's full. Assumer, I want you to install your glass resource pack. How? Says Wolfman. You just reminded me of something, buddy. Something that we can go check out. If you want to download the resource pack that I put on my channel, I think what I didn't explain very well is that the pack comes in a zip. Like, when you put it in that folder, you're unzipping it to that folder. You're extracting the files there. The files you're extracting are zips themselves. Oh, let's have a look. Did I not enable it? Also, oh, I think I did this on the wrong profile. I wanted to... Oh, it's reloading the game every time I do this now. Or is it? Oh no, the slider there doesn't work when you click on it. I forget that. So which one did I... There it is. Something for the new pack. Exclusive preview. Arf Trooper says, oh my god, I can't believe what happened. I wrote a poem and my teacher wants to publish it. That's fantastic, buddy. You should totally do that. Right, now is this a good or bad change? Where's a place with a lot of transition? Do you know what? For the most part, I think that's probably pretty good, actually. And I think the texture matches quite well. I had a bit of trouble matching the textures because when you look at the textures, there's some really odd things that they do. Like, when you've got grass on the side of a block, right? That bit there is the same as the top of the grass block. Whereas on Podzol, it starts about halfway down. And with the grass one, the side of the grass has a different like colour value to the one on top. So you have to mess around with the colours a little bit. Have you ever watched some Casualty? BBC One, says that French Tom. Yeah, like 20 years ago when I was a kid. When I was young, I probably watched some, and I remember thinking it was all right, but I wouldn't say it was anything special. I think Casualty is one of the more tolerable shows of that sort. Make a window under Grunde world at your new base. Make a window under Grunde world. What's Grunde world? I don't understand, man. We like too short. I think we're too short. Sounds like a rapper's name, doesn't it? Too short. In here is where we're going to have our grass. Question is, do we want it at this level or one block down? I feel like... No, I feel like this is the level to put it at. Did I bring some dirt with me? Let's put this around the edge, because if we put dirt in the middle, it may need to grow there. Ren needs to get his petrol station. Still only one done. Yeah, it's tough when you have an idea like that, and then you realise how like big of an operation it is to keep going. I'm sick of the butt kickers. These guys suck, man. Dinnerbone like really like made them very powerful, and I think he made them too powerful because they don't really provide too much of a challenge, let's say, but they just like they can hassle you so much. when you really just don't care. When you just want to be like, skeleton, you know, full diamond gear, I'm playing in the end game, leave me alone, I'm building. You know, they can still be a real hassle. Have you watched Pink Floyd The Wall, says the guy over there. Yeah, probably a long time ago. Let's see. So I need some regular dirt. There we go, we got some. And then we've got our other things on us to make a reasonable flower bed, I believe. Let's have a munch. General Sock says, X, the YouTube video announced this stream says Hermitcraft 6. Aha, fully aware of that. Been told many times now. Right, so hopefully all of this will now spread. Coolio. And we need to kind of... I feel like light on the inside of those windows would go a long way. Also, we need to put something just up there. I think I know what I want to put there, actually. Very cautious of that creeper. I feel like we should hide the clay and just have these. 1.9 skeletons are too quick, says Blondie John. I agree, yeah, they're a little too fast. They're fast when they strafe to sort of get away from the player. That sort of looks alright. To be fair, it's quite a high contrast. I'll have to see what Ren thinks of that. Oh, come on, I like literally waggled my sword right in his face there. How did that not hit him? I don't know. I think what we should do now is maybe the floor of this room. So it's nice and connected. We just need to fill in the floor. There'll be clay everywhere, so let's just do this for now, so we can put that gravel on top of it. X, are you putting any water features in the garden, says A-Force. Hadn't really thought of that. I'm not much of a gardens person. Like, if I look at another garden, I can get ideas, you know, sort of like seeing what they did and basically doing the same thing. But when it comes to like just doing it all off the top of my head, I don't really have a great time with that. Like, I'm just going to throw grass down. Look, another little butt kicker's come out of nowhere. This guy can't shoot though. Wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. To be fair though, I feel like this is good shape, good size. Maybe like we end up having like a little secret entrance down there or something at some point. I also feel like this this bit here needs just sorting out for a second. I should have that and that. Yep, now it looks a little bit more uniform. Very cool. I'm going to have another sip of my drink. Got a question in chat from someone without a name, as sometimes the names don't appear. Saying, what do you think about the new Metallica song? I like it, it's alright, but it didn't sound as great as Moth to Flame. Moth to Flame sounded like a real good track, and well, it is a real good track, can't stop listening to it. I found a video, if you like Metallica, you can do a little search for it. There's someone out there who's like been recreating the And Justice for All record sound, and then they play the new Metallica songs in the And Justice for All like sound. You know, the way that record sound with the drums and the guitars, and it sounds so interesting to hear their new song in the old sound. It's almost as if it could have been on that record. Right, this brown clay has got to go. It's always in the way. It's no longer really showing where we're building as such. If you guys saw Tango's video today, by the way, his reaction to this area was great. He loved it. He, I don't think he'd seen the videos or anything. He was just shocked that there was this like crazy cool building here. Get wrecked, buddy, get wrecked. Man, it's starting to get a little tricky to navigate this stuff. Right, there we go. Emil Hike says, hey, I just joined the stream. Could you tell me what you are working on? We are working on the Logfella's building for the Log Masons, which we're thinking of calling Logwarts. Such a great name. Right, for our floor we're going to need those blocks and gravel. The occasional stone bricks looks good in there as well, doesn't it? So, in we go for a jumble. We'll leave the beacon in for now. Just like this. Velociraptor says, I feel like too many people just want to be noticed in chat. Hey X, hey, read my comment, notice me. Well, that is kind of what chat's for as well, though, right? Purple Bo Pig says, Tree Masons. Did I call us the Log Masons? Yeah, Tree Masons. That's the name we really need. Definitely the name we need. There's quite a lot of cobble just bunched up into that one area there, isn't there? Happens, I guess. Bam, there we go. That didn't take long. Then it'll go over here and then there'll be steps leading up, which I haven't really thought too much about. But let's get an impression of those steps. I don't want to dig away too much here because me and Ren are going to have to do this bit together. Let's get this path sort of connected up at least. And then just dig it away like this. That's a bow. It's not a pick. We got a resubscribe for 4 months in a row from Lars Pants on Fars. Lars Pants on Fars 27. Thank you for resubscribing. Haydina TV says, Hey X, have you watched Interstellar? This is the best movie I've ever seen. I have watched it. If I remember correctly, is Interstellar the one where he goes to the moon? And he's Matt Damon, he's trapped on the moon, right? If that is the one I'm thinking of, I thought that movie was good up until a point. And when you've seen a lot of movies, you'll encounter this a lot. There becomes this point where you know that this is one of those movies where everything works out. And I feel like there are times when things working out, you know, can be done well, and other times where it's like it sort of removes the interest from a story. And that one with Matt Damon, it was great up until it became really obvious that he was going to survive. Oh, that's The Martian, everyone is correcting me. Okay, so Interstellar is the one with the house at the end where he's looking at it through all the different dimensions, is that right? And it's like this crazy space where you can look into dimensions and they're all sort of split up and hashed against one another. That one was extremely good. That's probably one I'd like to watch again because it's much more of a thinking movie, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, this space is actually being reserved for the little walkway down bit that Ren's going to build. As the height is sort of going to change here, and this bit is going to be left. In fact, all of this right here will probably be gone. I think is the way it's going to work. So we're going to have a little thing shuffle down. So I'm going to get rid of this. Get rid of all of that. Apparently I got the right movie. Excellent. Thanks for letting me know. The House of Dimensions, says Braden Hogg. That's just the way I remember it. Because it was looking... It wasn't a house itself, but it was looking into like a library or a room with lots of books, I think. And he was seeing it like spliced through all these different realities. It was pretty cool. We got a donation here, Noise in the Ear, from Ed Network, saying, got my first YouTube payment, so let's share it. Oh, thank you for the donation, buddy. Really appreciate that. Also got one here from Nightweeper1989 saying, nobody tell X, I'm going to try and sneak this donation past him while he's distracted. What? That did not work. Jeez, you wrote that in the wrong chat, my friend. Thanks for the donation. Appreciate it, buddy. My voice is starting to die, by the way, people. I need to cough now. It is absolutely starting to die. Another sign that I might be ill. Dubicus says, did you listen to the new RTJ track? Is that the one where they've got like people in like a political setting, like arguing at each other? No, that's the DJ Shadow song. Oh, is there a new Run the Jewels track? Jeez. I want to hear that. And then if you didn't know about it, go look up DJ Shadow featuring RTJ. That's a really cool song. Lars Pants on Fire says, The Martian was based on a book, so if it did not work out, then it would have been a bad movie. I disagree with that. I think a good movie doesn't need a happy ending. You know, that's not what it needs. Let's get some bone meal down on this. We've sort of been chit-chatting about this for a bit. We're gonna just whoosh over it. I actually feel like maybe a more controlled. What happens if we put grass like on every block at the edge? That's probably not going to look very tidy, is it? Like, how's that looking? Now, I think we need flowers just in a grid here. I don't think this sort of like natural stuff is actually going to go down well. This is going to be a controlled little garden, is it? So let's pick out these two. Maybe just have them And then like that. Oops. I'd probably pick the two most boring types of flower you can, the most vanilla there are, so to speak. This probably won't look truly interesting, but we'll give it a try. Aha, now it's going to go into here. Like that. When we're done, you guys can tell me, I'll have a read. Yes, they released a new song called Talk to Me from their upcoming album, says Debocus. Awesome, excited for that record. I think a lot of people are. As much as I like what they did on their records and what they do as a duo, I don't really like listen to them like those records that much. That looks awful, doesn't it? It really just doesn't look like anything special at all. Oh, I'm sorry to say it, but that's rubbish. I think we need to go to Force's flower shop and pick out some better flowers. Yeah, let's take these back. The ones that I brought over here are basically useless. For this type of farm, we need something a little bit more interesting. This flower bed looks too artificial, X, says Zapagandi. Well, maybe that's the point. Maybe it's like that kind of artificial type, which is why I'm trying to put them like that. Ed Network says OCD flower arranging. It's not so much OCD as it is just trying to make it look like a flower box. Variety is the spice of life, X, says Geekman's World. Maybe if we put them in rows and had the rows not conform to a pattern, they might look a little better. Spare Grissin has resubscribed for 7 months in a row, saying just got home from 2 weeks of work, 170 working hours in 14 days. And how? And now you are streaming, fantastic. Are you sure you don't want to go to sleep? Are you sure you don't want to collapse somewhere? I can't even do the math in my head. That's an insane amount of work. Did you sleep? That really is crazy. Carcass 111 says, X, don't read this. What? I just read it now. What's going to happen? Jeez. Could have told me before I read it. Don't read the next message. That would have been much more helpful. We got a donation here, Noise in the Ear from Dear Shemi saying, get well X, here's 5 more to get you some more of that beverage of yours. I could do with another one. Yeah, my voice is starting to go a little bit and I'm still a bit under the weather, but appreciate it, thank you, as always. Velociraptor says that's 30 hours per day, is it? So, let's say we work for 14 days, but actually we only do 10, and there's 24 hours in a day. 10 times 24 is 240, but they worked 170 hours, so no, it's not 30 hours per day. It's about 12 hours a day, 12 hours rest, and 14 days vacation, says Spare Grissin. Ah, right. So you do like a 2-week chunk of half-day shifts. That's a pretty good deal, actually. I think I'd enjoy that myself. Right, what am I looking at? What am I doing? I don't even know. Why did we come back here? We're going to go to Force's flower shop. It's time to take to the skies. X, do you like Five Nights at Freddy's? Isn't that a game? I don't know. Fun White Kid says, X, how do you feel about rap music? I love rap music. Why would anyone not like rap music? I don't know. Ty Mix says, what was your favourite subject at school? Didn't really enjoy school at all, to be fair. Samalol says, Asuma, what do you think had the best base of the other hermits? I think Iskau is up there, Rendog. I really like what the two of them have done. That whole kind of lush thing, and Scar as well. That kind of area is all pretty spectacular. All those bases overlap as well. Cub Fan, I find Cub Fan's building style really interesting. He makes things that seem a little bit abrasive or contrasty work really well. Like, he uses a lot of bold colours. Like, that Netherrack and Birch, like, I think I've tried to build like that before. Where am I going? And I wasn't too keen on it, but he makes it work. He makes it look really good. I feel like Cub's probably underrated as a builder, because he does these, yeah, like I said, more abrasive building styles, and they look really good. We've also got a drunk cow in chat. Major's here. Hey, buddy. Long time no see. What are these? These are diamond for 16. That's mental. Let's put some tulips back there. These are a diamond, aren't they? I don't know what the price is. We'll do a diamond for 16. We've got a donation here from Brian saying, long time watcher, first time streamer. Awesome. I think you mean first time viewer of the stream, or maybe you are actually also a streamer. Either way, thank you so much for the donation. Appreciate it. What did I come here for? Diamonds. There they are. We're going to grab 4 of those. And we're going to buy 4 different things. Excellent. We also got Sir Thanks a Lot here saying, still can't remember the rhyme you always have to think about when you read my name after 4 months either. Yeah, a 4 month resubscribe for Sir Thanks a Lot, who likes to resubscribe, and I don't know why. I don't know. I'm not very good on the fly, am I? Thanks for the resubscribe, buddy. Appreciate it. Blueniverses says, hey X, do you like riddles? If you do, which word, when you say it, break itself? Which word, when you say it, breaks itself? That's what it sounds like you're saying. Which word, when you say it, breaks itself? I don't like riddles anymore. I've just decided. Oh, they're the only 2 tulips. Let's take some allium as well. That'll actually probably do me just the 3 of those. And we're only like back there as well. It's not far to go, is it? Can we jump that? Do you think we can jump that distance? I think we can. Oh, look at that. We can jump it and go around the corner. The answer is silence, say a lot of people in chat. Oh yeah, because you break the silence, but that's really clever. So I do not know what to do here. My brain has not been in much of a Minecraft space lately, I guess I could say. That's my excuse. I've been very... I don't know what I'm doing. I've been very under the weather and a bit out of it, I guess. My brain doesn't feel quite so Minecrafty. I can't even do flowers. I kind of like this though. They're like little snakes. Little snakes of flowers, man. Is that terrible? Does that need some grass in between it? I think it needs some bone milled grass in between it. Use bone meal to grow plants, says Super Dig. Well, these ones don't. Look, bone meal doesn't do anything on them. Let's get rid of the dandelions and the poppies. Leave in the grass. Now, is that as terrible, or does it look better? That is the question, isn't it? Reminds me of Snakebird, says Abrosvi. That was such a cool game. I love Snakebird. That was awesome fun. Make granite great again, says that RSC. Any suggestions? Do you ever watch Grain's channel to get building ideas? Greetings from the Netherlands. I generally don't watch a channel to get a building idea. That's something I don't actually do, really. Like, my ideas come from, I don't know, all sort. Like, this came from flying around the plot world and seeing an amazing build. Do you watch Rick and Morty, says Potato Inventor? Yes, Rick and Morty is absolutely brilliant. Love that show. Spell something with the flowers, says Deviant Gaming. That's not a bad idea. But it might still look terrible, is what I worry. Halo 2 Freak says, I'm working on a project where I'll be able to make some really cool engravings on an aluminium plate. Is there any possibility I could send it to you? I don't have a PO box, so I'm not accepting mail. And probably will never do. Just so you know. AFTR... no, RF... ARF Trooper has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, buddy. I think it's starting to hit me. I'm starting to feel a little bit warm and tired, and starting to struggle to read chat and think and concentrate. I think I might need another break. Yeah, this sign doesn't need to be here anymore, does it? Guess it could stay there. I don't know. That just doesn't really look like much to me. Looks like a bit of a mess. Bit of a mess of ideas. Oh, also, we went and put some lights in here, and that actually made like quite a difference, didn't it? This feels very well illuminated, actually. It's night time, and it doesn't look like it's in need of light, so that's cool. That's good to see. I don't have any other torches on me. Oh, there's a skeleton. There's a butt kicker. Oh, jeez, this guy. I need to go sleep in a bed. I think I know what I'm going to do next. I'm going to work on the other side of the building. The highest tower needs 2 more stone blocks on the point. Oh yeah, so it does. It's missing some. Well, we can fix that. Now, I think Python still has a bed here because I slept in it the other day. Come on, X, add some bushes, tall grass. There you go, there's some suggestions lurking raw. That's what I've been looking for. Some bushes would look good there, wouldn't they? Oh, there we go. Oh, there's a... Let's run away. There's a fella down there, but we're just going to run away. We're going to wuss out. Going in the wrong direction. Cubessa Oso says I need to sleep in a bed, but in IRL. Yeah, I feel like I need to do the same myself, actually. Leaves would look nice, in my opinion, says Draco Drew. They definitely would. They definitely would look good. We got a donation here, Noise in the Ear, from Night Reaper 1989, saying, X, share with us one of your, or a few, if you feel so inclined, your favourite Rick and Morty moments. Oh, where to begin, man? There's so many. Okay, so I love the one where... Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Rick and Morty, and you probably might want to see it, time to tune out. What do I need here? I need some stone. I need stone bricks, and probably some things to make them look a little bit more interesting. I've got some ideas. So I love the one where they're in their house, and there's a parasite that makes... like it puts itself in your memory, so you think it's like a family member or a loved one, and it will clone itself and like reproduce in an attempt to take over a planet, and it confuses people because they think they know, but they're like false memories, and they just end up sitting in a house with some of the most ridiculous things you've ever seen, like Frankenstein, and everyone's like a lifelong family friend, including like a refrigerator, and there's just all sorts of weird characters. It's completely nonsensical. It's genius. Right, we're going to go to the vine farm. Let's go over there on foot. I feel like reading chat and going over there on foot. Zadamax says, add a campfire with cobblestone slabs and a path to look like dead grass. I'm not too sure about adding fire near that wood. This needs to get cleaned up soon. Because there are some serious frame issues with all these pumpkins. Is Rick and Morty a YouTube channel, says Alpha Jan. No, it's not. It's a cartoon, an animated one. I'd put it up there with South Park, Family Guy, The Simpsons, Futurama, those kind of... It's that sort of level. I think the first season of Rick and Morty is good, but the second one really dives into its potential. Someone's saying, do it for the vines. Someone else saying, RIP Vine. What's going on with the Vine? But Vine was cancelled, what? I don't understand. Bus, a devilish soul from Iskal's Devilish Deals. A devilish deal, eh? We're going to go get some vines at the moment. Bismouth says, X, how about placing leaves instead of grass blocking the garden? Yeah, leaves probably would look really good there. I haven't really got some to hand. I'm going to go focus on something else on that build now. Vine is going out of business. Vines are not, well, they're never a business to begin with. Like, this is a free farm. Anyone can come here and use these, unless there's a vine shop. Let's grab... Aha, some shit. Oh, there's already some there. We won't pinch those ones, though. I believe I placed down everything, so everything is seeded. Alright, let's use this farm that we spent ages designing. It's still slow. It'll still be as slow as vine farming is. But at least now... That's pretty straightforward, isn't it? Let's get a nice section over on this side, mined away. Rick and Morty is not like Family Guy or anything like that. It is smarter with a perfect ratio of sci-fi and parody, says Potato Inventor. Like, if you're going to say something is similar to something else, there's a line, and that line can be different, you know, depending on how extreme you want to get. The reason I say it's like those is because its humour very much reminds me of just the edginess of those ones, or I don't know, it just feels like it comes from a similar place. It doesn't have to be the same. Yeah, it's more sci-fi, but the sci-fi in Rick and Morty is a prop. It's not proper sci-fi. It's not like they're diving into the details of quantum mechanics or anything. Like, it's a prop that allows them to do crazy and zany wacky things. Apparently I never like finished planting all of these down. Which is interesting. Yeah, it's just simply a prop, and that's one of the things I think the second season of that show gets really well, is that they know they can just really do whatever they want, because like it'll all just be explained by Rick, you know, and his understanding of this crazy universe where anything goes. Weezer says Mumbo blew up your grave at the Hermit grave sing. Why would he do that? Why would he blow up a grave? Velociraptor says you should build and have Rendog do the gardens. Also, there are only 24 hours in a day, not 30. You can tell my math skills. Ha ha ha. Wait, really? Did you think 30, or did you just... I don't know. I think if we were on Mars, there'd be 30 hours in a day. Or was it 26? Oh, apparently it was a creeper. A creeper got Mumbo. Right, so a creeper blew up my grave, not Mumbo. Jeez, trying to make him sound guilty or something. Look at this. Look how filled up with vines it is, man. This is some cereal. This is some cereal potential right here. We can just go across like this. Get tons of the stuff. Hey X, you have to buy a devil's soul from Iskal's new shop. He is planning to do something to everyone who brought one. And there are only 5, and Rendog has already bought one. I know it's 50 diamonds, but Iskal said that we, the viewers, have to tell our favourite hermits to buy one, so maybe buy one. What does a devil's soul do, exactly? That's what I want to know. It sounds like a scam. D-Class says that the vines disappear when you remove, like, the top one. Is that a thing after 1.10? Because with the old vine farms, we'll let you break the top one, and then they all fall down, which is great. I don't think that's ever been a thing. I never remember vines working like that. I think they've always broken off. Maybe if you've played modded, you might have confused the feature from modded. We didn't really pick up a lot, did we? A stack and a half. That'll make a stack and a half of bricks, which is what I was thinking. Hashtag make Mumbo guilty again, says Burke the monkey. Burke. That's a funny name. Avon Rocks says, if you had no light or any other cues, the time of day, your biological clock, the circadian rhythm is actually about 25 hours. That's interesting. You know, there's talk about in the science community, or things you might see on YouTube about, like, you know, how long could humans live for, becoming immortal, and technology allowing us to prolong life. There was this like study done, this statistic that I heard a while back that I thought was really interesting, is for all this idea of, you know, science fiction in the future will be aging and that, even supposedly, this is what the study talks about, even with, you know, prolonged preventative aging and other technologies, they reckon the human body itself is designed to live for a maximum of 300 years. Like, that's if you really like push all the extremes and give it every chance of surviving. Like, they reckon like the lifespan of a body could be 300 years, which I thought was interesting. Gendo Ikari says, if you need leaves, who are you going to call? False Busters. That's great. Yeah, False will have a stash of leaves somewhere. She knows how to use the leaves. Buck the monkey says, "Lo, I'm from Denmark. That's not how you pronounce my name, but glad you tried." Birik? Or Barik? I don't know. Burke. Burke just sounds like something you'd say in England. You call someone a Burke when they do something silly. We can be elves, says High Spec. And Gadget Girl says 300 years might as well be immortal. Not really. I think if you were immortal, 300 years, that's not a lot. There's different types of immortal as well. There's, I think elves are immortal, but they can be killed. Like they can live forever, but if you kill one, they die, kind of thing. And then there's immortal, like you can't die. And these are, I believe, fictional concepts as well. I don't know if there's anything on. There are some like microscopic whatever creatures. I forget what they're called that you find. I think that you find them just in like the atmosphere, going to space, and they're supposed to like live for like millions of years at once, but they're like tiny little things. I forget what they're called. It's like vague bits of information in my brain I'm trying to assimilate into something, and I don't think I've got it. The human body wasn't created to live to 60, with all the health problems. Well, the human body wasn't created; it evolved. Based on whatever your opinion is, it might have not. Oh, we need to go up there and put in some stairs. Did I bring stairs? I did. Good assumer, good assumer. Jellyfish, says Jaden Candy. I wasn't jellyfish I was thinking. Maybe jellyfish are doing good for themselves, you know. Why is that? Stops there. I'm not sure. Wait, what is going on here? Isn't it higher on this side? Yeah, it's higher. Miss Amia Cat says, really 300 years are quite enough. Try to imagine that time span to live in. That's long. I have quite a different opinion. I'm like, 300 years is still not enough. I don't know, I just don't feel like I'm ever going to be like, oh yeah, okay, right, okay, yeah, we'll call it a day, you know, lights out. I don't think you'd ever, like, lose the appetite for living. This doesn't sound right to sort of say, ah, you know what, 300 years, I think that's alright, yeah. Like, alright, so here's a question for all of you. If you could give yourself a lifespan of your choosing, you know, and you won't know this when you live this life, but this is just an age that you're going to die at. Like, what would you pick? Because some people seem pretty content with certain amounts of time. I mean, I'd probably pick a millennium or something. I don't know, something big. You might regret it, but you know, at least you won't be regretting it for 100 millenniums. We got a resubscribe that I think I missed for 5 months in a row from Whoopi14, thank you. So we got someone saying 85, wow. Oh, not 86 or 87, just 85. That's the tipping point, is it? So quite a few 100. Someone says 40, wow, jeez. 26, oh, the jokes are rolling in, surely. 10 minutes, says Matt. There you go, there's a joke. I spotted a joke. Itemi says 1,000 years of Asuma videos. Nice. Cheers. Not sure I'd be doing that the entire time. We got a new subscriber. It is Xero blah 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 blah. Let's try that again. Xeraxor. Xeraxor? Thanks for subscribing. Crazy person with X in your name. Don't you know it's a terrible letter to put in a name? It makes it all confusing to pronounce. Oh, I thought I heard a creeper, but it was the sand, wasn't it? It was the sand. It was the sound of the sand. Don't like the way that bit overhangs there. Well, all of this needed to be done. I was thinking about putting some mossy cobblestone in, which is why I grabbed the vines. But I think I'll wait for Ren's opinion, as I'm pretty pretty brain dead, I feel, right now. Feeling brain dead to the world. High Spec says, well, Asuma, when people research old age, they feel ready to die. Or at least if they die peacefully, so maybe saying now's the time is pretty accurate if we were immortal. Deep stuff. And hi, from your leg hair. Please remember. Please remember your leg hair. It's like it should be like an advert on TV. Today is the 2nd of November. Our Remembrance Day for leg hair. Don't forget. Don't forget about the leg hair. I don't know. I just maybe you're right. Maybe you get to a certain age and you think, do you know what, I've had enough. But I couldn't understand that right now. We've got a donation here, Noise in the Ear from Reaper 1989, saying, if it's the same study I store, that was only considering current evolutionary stage, not account for any further possible evolution. And other question, I really hope I'm gone before I can't be entirely self-sufficient. Right, and another question, I really hope before I'm gone I can't be entirely self-sufficient. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. It's also not a question. Or at least it doesn't sound like one. Thanks for the donation, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, well, the thing is, we're probably not really ever going to evolve much again, right? I think humanity is on a path for potential self-extinction or technology taking over our health, you know, our ability to prolong our existence, in which the evolution won't be of us, it will be of technology. You see, evolution, like, is a incredibly slow process, but it happens faster for things that reproduce quicker. So there may be more evidences of it in smaller creatures than there are in creatures of our size. Or at least observable evidence of it happening, as opposed to like fossils and stuff, right? So yeah, it might be that we don't really evolve, especially when you're self-conscious. It seems like that can interrupt a lot of the process. Peeps, it has not been as long of a live stream as it usually is. The truth is, I'm feeling exhausted, tired, I need to lay down, my voice hurts. I'd love to keep streaming, but I am just shattered, to be fair. And I've got a feeling next time I stream, it should be on Sunday. Actually, that'll be in the morning, so it should be good for Sunday morning. But that is going to be it from me this stream. I apologise again for the slow one and the fact that we've been missing a few streams lately. That happens from time to time, doesn't it? But that is going to be it from me this one. We're going to look for someone to raid, so stick around if you'd like to be a part of that. And I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who subscribed and donated this stream. Appreciate you all. And all the people hanging out in chat as well. And all the people not hanging out in chat. All the people ignoring chat. That'll be it. Apparently Zul'jin hosted me, so thank you to Zul'jin. If you like Skyrim, we're going to go raid our buddy Hypno. Oh jeez, there's a zombie here. Disconnect. Yeah, we're going to raid our buddy Hypno, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.